Adam Kilgore joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. How did you find Durant's mom after the game last night, Adam?
Hi, Rich. Blind luck. Probably it's sort of like, it's funny at these finals. The NBA arenas can be like very congested places, especially at an event like the finals, where there's so many media, there's so many friends and family, sort of like milling around post game and pre game. And so basically, I was like trying to walk my way to the Warriors locker room, and I was sort of looking around, and I see there's Wanda Durant. They're the Durants are from the Washington area, so I don't know the family well, but I certainly know who they are, what they look like, and everything. So I said, okay, this is a good chance to say, sort of see things from her perspective. And she was great enough to share a little bit of her time.
And so share it with our fans who may not have read your material. What did she say about this shot? And because we all know that Durant's close with his family, and this has been, for somebody who made a decision that everybody thinks was so easy and it was easy to succeed with, it's been fraught with, no doubt, a lot of pressure.
No question. Yeah. So two interesting things. One about the shot itself. It kind of struck me as like so representative, and sort of like a crowning moment. Like Wanda Durant said that she sort of thought back to, when he was a kid, 7 years old in C Plus in Maryland, launching shots at the activity center. That very same shot she's watched in practice thousands of times, probably almost millions of times, going back to when he was a kid. And sort of all those small shots kind of build into this one big shot over LeBron James, the guy who in his NBA career has sort of been the one guy separating him from being really considered the best player in the world. So it was a very sort of crowning and fitting moment there. And the second thing she said was, I sort of tried to ask her about, her perspective on if the series in that moment sort of, validates for Kevin the decision to come to Golden State. And she gave a pretty good answer. She said basically no, because that decision was validated the moment he made it. He was kind of the thing where he wasn't looking back. He didn't necessarily make a decision to win a championship. He made it because he wanted that opportunity, to go to a new and different city with new and different teammates that he was, sort of curious to play with and see how they could, change his game, how they could elevate his game, and that whatever happened, he was going to be totally justified, outcome aside. So I thought that was a pretty good perspective. I think it tells you a lot about who Kevin Durant is, too.
Adam Kilgore, the Honda Insider reporter, here for us on the Rich Eisen Show from the Washington Post, and we appreciate him calling in day after his coverage of Game 3 from Cleveland. And so who is Durant, for those who just think he's maybe a carpetbagger and an opportunist at heart?
Sure. Yeah, he's I think he's a pretty complex character. I think very sort of at the core of who he is, he wants to be liked, which probably made the decision that he made to go to Golden State in the aftermath really challenging for him. Certainly it hasn't been like a challenging basketball experience in the NBA Finals, but I think it was a challenging experience for him starting from the moment he joined the team. I think sort of fitting his game, considering his personality, into the Golden State Warriors was a pretty difficult sort of process for him, because he's so gifted that they sort of need his individual brilliance as a scorer to reach the highest level. But his natural tendency is to, I think, is to defer, and probably that sort of extends off the court, but certainly in the basketball sense, it means that, if he's coming into a new situation, he's going to sort of go out of his way to not be the guy who's sort of dominating and taking over. So sort of finding that line where the Warriors could exploit his brilliance as a one-on-one sort of isolation scorer, and also sort of cater to his desire to be selfless. That sort of balance is sort of, in a way, the sort of central storyline of the whole year for Durant and the Warriors too, probably.
And so how much of what we're seeing right now is a function of his surroundings, or a function of what Steve Kerr's saying, that he's realizing, Durant, that this is his moment and he is grasping it, and this is something that he's now etching in history books?
Yeah, I think that he realizes. I think he learned over the year that sometimes the selfless thing is to you sort of be selfish. I don't know if it's a dumb way to phrase it or not, but that what's best for the team when you're as good as Kevin Durant is to take over. is to be a guy who will drill up the court himself, pull up, and take a shot over LeBron James to win the Game 3 of the finals. I think he realized that over the course of this season. I think probably when he got injured and he sort of watched how the Warriors functioned without him, not that they had a lot of troubles, but I think sort of being able to step back, sort of process how he played and how the Warriors played with him and then watch them without him, I think that in a weird way sort of probably helped. I mean, I don't think he would wish getting hurt by any means, but I do think that it was a productive sort of period of the season for him and for the Warriors too.
Adam Kilgore of the Washington Post joining us here after he spoke with the Durants after last night's big Game 3 3-point shot from Durant, joining us here in the Honda Insider Report. What was it like in the building last night when that happened?
When the shot happened, it was funereal. I mean, it was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, it happened, as the Warriors do. I mean, that end of stretches is such a symbol of who they are. I mean, it was okay. The Warriors, the Cavaliers seemed to be pretty comfortably ahead, up 6, offense firing, everything going good. Only like 3 minutes left, and then it was just okay. Curry gets a mismatch layup. Durant gets a mismatch on Tristan Thompson. Easy bank shot. A couple of stops. They come back down. Durant hits a 3. And all of a sudden, the air just got sucked out of the place. It was rocking all night. It was a great atmosphere. I sense that both the Cavaliers and their fans sort of knew that maybe the series is over, but at least if they're going to get a game, it's going to be Game 3, the first game at home. If they lose that one, then gosh, it's going to be really hard to regroup and try to win Game 4 down 3-0 on one day's rest. So I think they knew that was their chance. The faces on the fans walking out of that place were just crestfallen. What just happened, kind of a look to them.
And I know you also wrote a piece on Steve Kerr coming back. What did you learn about Kerr and how he was dealing with what he was dealing for him to get back and coach these last 2 games of the NBA Finals that you already didn't know, Adam?
Sure. So I think one thing that sort of stuck out talking to a few people is how difficult this has been for him physically, and not just the immense pain he's in, which I can't imagine what it's like to have that headaches like that, and just the phrase spinal leakage doesn't sound too fun. But also sort of whatever, and the Warriors and people around him are not sort of forthcoming with exactly what he's going through, but it sounds like that he's going through a lot of sort of, whether it's rehab or various sort of medical, not experiments, but just trying to find something that will ease his pain. He's done so much just to be able to get back to this point. And the other thing that stuck out is just how much the Warriors trust him. They basically put the decision in his hands and trusted him to do what was best for his health, but also best for the team. I can't imagine there's 2 other people other than Steve Kerr and Mike Brown who could have made basically trading a team back and forth as far as who's coaching in the sidelines really a non-issue for a team in the NBA Finals like they have. In a way, like, it's been so smooth that it's been almost overlooked just how remarkable and how odd of a situation it is. I think it's really a testament to the culture of the Warriors, and I think Kerr is probably the biggest sort of creator of that culture.
Adam, appreciated your reporting throughout these finals. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rich.
You got it. That's Adam Kilgore of the Washington Post.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.